Students that they see never bring lunch. Unfortunately, this is more common than we ever knew, and so our main mission is to end weekend hunger. My children, they often tell me of stories of friends that don't bring lunch or that they never see eating, and that's what caused me to start looking into things that I could do to help. This is where we began Food4Kids Toronto back in 2024. We actually used and borrowed the warehouse space from TouchCash's warehouse. We built our program here each and every Wednesday for a food pack, and then at the end of each and every pack, we would pack everything up, put it away in storage, and continue to use our warehouse as we always have. So as you can see, it's just a storage room, just a regular storage room, but this is actually where we stored all of our food for the first 1 year of our program. We'll show you to the new and improved Food4Kids. And welcome. And this space became available just before the summer of 2025. So we've recently moved in with a generous donation from TouchCash.
학생들한테 주기 위한 음식들이 여기에 다 세팅이 되어 있는데요. 초콜릿 우유, 일반 우유부터 시작해서 시리얼, 오트밀, 빵이랑 오이, 당근, 오렌지, 배 골고루 들어있어서 식사류부터 디저트류까지 한 백에 들어간다고 해요. 밥이랑 함께 간단히 먹을 수 있는 김도 준비가 되어 있습니다.
Many children currently receive meals through their school Monday to Friday, but on Friday at 3 o'clock when the bell rings and they go home, suffering from food insecurity, their situation doesn't change. And so our main mission is to end weekend hunger.
What criteria do you consider when selecting families?
And one of the most commonly asked questions is how we choose our students. They're selected and directly referred by the school's principals. Students that they see never bring lunch. Unfortunately, this is more common than we ever knew. For the majority of the schools that we've worked with, these children are already top of mind when we approach them. Although we have all of their information on file, etc., including allergies, food preferences, etc., we don't have direct contact with the students.
Any of our videos, pictures, we don't include the names on the bag. We make sure those are discreet. We really respect their privacy.
For 52 weeks a year, we're ensuring that they receive nutritious food on Saturdays and Sundays. Create our food bags at the cost of $15 multiplied by the number of weeks that we supply. We do not currently receive any sort of government funding. We are one-time grants, generous donations by individuals or corporations funded. Well, the office that we're sitting in and a large part of the equipment is actually provided for by a very kind sponsor. And so the majority of our funds are used just for food purchases.
Hearing donors say no is hard because the cause and impact is strong. I think that's the most discouraging part, to see there's so much potential and we don't have funds to help as many children we can in our community.
Well, we're Food4Kids Toronto, so we understand that we've got quite a task ahead of us. You know, when we think about how tall the mission is, it can get discouraging, but that doesn't stop us. My parents are from South Korea, and when they greeted each other, it was a "Did you eat, brother? Did you eat, sister? Did you eat?" And I'm quite surprised and sometimes saddened to find that our principals and our social workers at our schools are greeting the students at the school the very same way. What did you have for breakfast, Eugene? What did you have for dinner, Eugene? And if the answer is delayed, out comes a granola bar or an apple or an orange. Elementary school offices have often become food banks as well. So if Food4Kids didn't exist, the challenge would then befall onto the teachers and the principals and the school, because really at the end of the day, these are the people that are able to tell us who needs the program the most.
These children worry about where they would get the next meal. And children should not be worrying about that at all. They're too young for that.
They want to work, to play, to learn, to explore, and they can't do this if they don't have the basic nutrition.
So food, it's a basic necessity that provides energy for them to build a better future so that they can break the poverty line.
What key changes would be necessary to make it sustainable?
So I would say 3 things. The first one is a solid funding model so that we can get grants, donations, and partnership with corporation. The second thing is the food. Working directly with suppliers to get the cheapest price so we can give the most to these children in need. And the third one is having a network of support from our community and our volunteers, because this is 100% volunteer based. Without them, there will be no us.
How many volunteers currently take part in the program?
I think we've had over 90 individuals volunteer for Food4Kids Toronto to date.
Eugene and Nancy to say there's kids coming to school with sandwiches that have moldy bread. This story kind of hit me even more than the story of how Food4Kids originally was started because it's personal to them. It's been a life-altering event. I've actually adjusted my schedule so that I will be available probably 3 times a month.
I'm a preschool teacher, and this is very important. It makes a lot of change. There's so many kids who don't have food, and I love to see that all these people come together to do this in such a busy world that we have.
We found out about it online. I reached out to Eugene, and the main thing for me was to bring my kids along. And yeah, everybody was very accommodating, and they said, yeah, absolutely, bring the kids. And we just started with 1 pack and just kept going.
저희 터치캐시는 가장 큰 스폰서입니다. 지금 있는 이 공간을 저희 사장님께서 도네이션 하는 형태로 기부해 주셨거든요. 학생들이 밥을 굶는다는 얘기를 처음 들었을 때 깜짝 놀랐습니다, 정말. 그런 학생들을 위해서 지금 2년간 이런 사업을 하고 있다는 거에 대해서 굉장히 자랑스럽고 앞으로 더 캐나다에 밥을 굶는 학생이 없는 사업이 더 커졌으면 좋겠고 우리 한인 사회에서도 많은 성원과 참여를 바랍니다.
이렇게 숫자가 써 있는 거는 2개씩 가져가는 거래요. 이렇게 하나의 백 안에 넣고 묶으면 이게 한 아이를 위한 음식이 된다고 합니다. 이만큼 하나의 백이 완성이 되고요. 묶은 후에 넣으면 된다고 해요.
On Wednesday, we are at this warehouse packing food. We have volunteers and they assemble. There's name tags on each of the bag because we want to make sure those with allergies are considered. Then those bins are delivered to the school on Friday morning by our volunteer drivers. And then they are handed out to the child discreetly so no one knows.
직접 체험을 해본 거는 처음인데요. 아이들을 위해 했다고 생각을 하니까 더 뜻깊어지는 것 같고 더욱더 많은 사람들이 참여를 했으면 좋겠습니다.
Hunger is not a stranger. We're located in Toronto. Please visit us and join us on one of our Wednesday evening packs. No more than an hour and a half, and we would love for you to come and join and experience this with us. Thank you very much to the Korea Times for joining us here for Food4Kids Pack today. It was wonderful to meet you. To everyone out there, we would love to have your support, and please help us together. We can end child hunger on the weekends.
오로라 춤추는